Hey, Pop Culture Overload fans, it's Jason the Axe with another review for you. And this one, gonna be kind of a different review because I got something I kind of don't like, but it's not that bad. This is the 3.75-inch scale Caped Crusader Batman from the smaller Batman, the Dark Knight Rises movie. And I'm a little disappointed in this guy. If any of you got the Green Lantern action figures that came out, they were kind of low on articulation, paint, everything. They weren't that great. But toys are for kids. I'm sure a kid would love something like that. This is not a collector thing, but I got it anyway. But let's take a look at the packaging. I really wasn't even going to review the guy. You can tell by the packaging because I kind of just ripped it up. But you can see you got a nice shot at Christian Bale there going through. And you got the Caped Crusader Batman. So his weapons are stored, and on the back you got it works with the Quick Tech Armor and Vehicles. Here you go with some big old conforms to the safety requirements of the ASTM F963, whatever that means. This is, I don't understand why that's there that big, but that's the packaging, and we're just not even going to worry about that. Let's get back to, yeah, that was my arm. Hairy forearm. And here we go with Batman. And it's not a bad figure. It's actually got some really great sculpted detail on him. He's got his pauldrons. Nice molded belt. Some good detail on this guy for being such a small scale. Unlike the Green Lantern figures, where I didn't think they really had a lot of detail with them. Good face sculpt. Not too shabby. Get out of that a little bit. And he also comes with a cloth cape. It's scalloped at the bottom. It's not too bad. Here's where the figure starts to fall. He doesn't have any ankle articulation. He bends at the knee right here. His leg goes forward about that far, and it goes back about that far. So pretty much standing. There's no waist articulation. These shoulders, they're not ball jointed. They could have been, because this is just a plastic piece. It's rubbery plastic they threw over here. They could have put a ball joint there. There's no elbow articulation. There's no wrist articulation. And if you look, this guy is made from a very, very soft plastic. I mean, I can almost bend his arm, almost in a 90 degree, but it's just plastic. And the head, not a ball joint, just goes around. So he lacks in articulation, but he does make up for it in sculpting. So it comes with two accessories. This is where things get a little weird again. He comes with this grappling launcher. This is just one piece of plastic. It's very, very soft plastic, as you can see. And he comes with this batarang. This batarang is made from a really soft plastic. I mean, I can bend this thing. I mean, it will return to its shape, great, but it's pretty flexible. The problem comes when you get it in his hand, and since his hands are that very soft plastic, you can pretty much shove this thing in there, even though it is gigantic. This thing is a frickin' sword on him. And then you've got the Bat grapple gun, which you fit that in his hand, and it's kind of ridiculously big too. But he still stands when they're light enough they won't tip him over. But yeah, these things, they're just kind of ginormous. But I was looking at them. Reviewed those Dark Knight Rises Movie Masters figures. If you actually get, well, okay. Get your Batman figure in there. You get this grapple launcher and put it in his hand. And it's actually not a bad fit. However, the Batarang, it's still pretty big. Let's see if I can get that in his hand. His hands are a little bit harder to get stuff in. And there you go, see? It's still pretty big. You see the big China across it, but yeah, if you get them, hey, you can put them in your big Movie Masters Batman hands, which is what I'm going to do. And this little guy here is just going to go to my son, because after all, that's who the toys are made for, the children. So I'm sure he'll get this, he'll love it, and that's pretty much all I got to say about the, the Batman Caped Crusader Dark Knight Rises 3.7-inch figure. Yeah, it's a little underwhelming. But as far as the articulation goes, I mean, just for a future review I was doing. Here's the ultra posable Spider-Man from the new Amazing Spider-Man line. And he's got double jointed arms, and I won't even get into the detail with that. But I'll get into that detail later. But he's way more posable and in the same scale, so my sympathy's a little low. He's still got great detail. But that's all I got to say about it. And until next time, guys, I've been Jason the X, and I'll see you later.